Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And put another $1 in the Clownfish was right jar. Twitch is not fine.
Nope.
Twitch is not fine. They've confirmed that they're laying off more than 500 people, 35% of their workforce. And this is after they laid a bunch of people off last year, after they had nudity, then no nudity, and they're updating their nudity policy again. Now you can't show nips. You can't imply nips or anything like that. Yeah, I think they're going to shut this thing down. I really do. I think they're going to shut it down or sell it off. Been telling you this for about 2 years now. Amazon does not want to be in the Twitch business any more than they wanted to be in the comicsology business. And all the signs are there that they're getting ready to just fold or sell this thing off.
Question. If you can't have nips, what if you're wearing the Batman suit with nipples?
I don't know. They're fake nips. They're faux nips.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Your friend has nipples on the bat suit? Who's your friend?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo! What if you show the cat's nipples?
I don't know. Cats have a lot of nipples.
They have a lot of nipples. Sorry. Continue.
Wouldn't it be funny if Catwoman's suit had like 9 nipples on it?
Hilarious.
Like I am an anatomically correct Catwoman.
How do cats have? They have 9? I don't know.
I don't know. Our dogs have like 9 or 10 nipples, and they're
They?
boys. Yeah.
I never counted. Anyway.
Well, they want belly rubs. I'm just kind of like, wow, you got.
They have that many. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. I already said that, didn't I? You distracted me with nipples. Go out to shopclownfish.com. That's what I want to say. Go out to shopclownfish.com, pick up a copy of Crimson Wren, or previously on Clownfish TV. You got 4 days. 4 days. We're shipping these books out.
My fingers can rest soon.
Yeah, Geeky's been furiously packing books up. Dozens of books going out every day. Thank you very much for the support. And there's more on the way, guys. More comics coming. So yeah, I thought this was kind of interesting. The news broke yesterday afternoon. We didn't get time to do a video on it, but some of the reactions here. I put this out. Tebow says, "I'd say S in the chat, but Twitch has been effing itself for years."
That's funny.
Elvick says, "So many of these companies are overinflated." Yeah,
that's true.
That's the thing, because they're saying that they can still be smaller. This is coming from PC Gamer. They said, Twitch confirms more than 500 people are being laid off. Despite the earlier cuts, our organization is still meaningfully larger than it needs to be. Okay, so Twitch does not make money. I don't know if people realize this or not. Like, despite all this, oh, look at all the watch time, whatever that Twitch gets, they're not making any profit, because a lot of the money that they bring in, a lot of the revenues actually goes right back to their creators, and then they screwed their creators. Was it last year or the year before?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, and a lot of them jumped ship. They went to YouTube, they went to Kick, but they for years it was 70-30. The creators got 70, then all of a sudden Twitch is like, now we're going to do 50-50. Oh, and we're going to throw a bunch of ads on your streams. And they're like, yeah, I'm not liking this. And then it went from that to here comes Kick, and they pulled away some of the biggest people on Twitch. And then just like a couple of weeks ago, they did this stupid nudity, tasteful nudes rule, because apparently it was bringing a lot of views if you sit there with censor bars over your tits to make it look like you're possibly maybe nude. Now they're like, yeah, you can't even do that anymore, because we don't want to give the hint of impropriety. We don't want parents to watch. And
they said that kids are going to find it. They're like, oh, there's like content warrant. Like there wasn't. Really.
No.
Not that it would be anything to stop.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like you could it wasn't the way they said that it could be done. To block that out apparently.
Yeah, so they walked all that back, because they had like, oh, you could draw lewd art, you could do this, and the whole thing basically a bunch of furries took it over for a day or two, and it was like a free for all. And then they walked that back, and now they're walking this like all implied nudity back. And it's like, you're done, guys, because I think that was a last ditch effort. I've heard it was a last ditch effort to try to make some money at the end of the year, because the axe is going to fall. So yeah, this is coming from PC Gamer again. This is going to be Twitch's second large-scale layoff in less than a year. Less than a year after cutting 400 jobs March of last year.
So we're talking 900 jobs total.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
This is 35% of their staff. That would have been another, I think it was like 20%. So basically, Twitch has cut down to half of what it was. You know, now some people are going to be like, oh, okay, they're getting rid of all the activists or whatever. And God knows Twitch has plenty of activists working there, right? I don't think that's what's going on. I mean, I think that might be part of it. I think there were some people that were parked there that maybe weren't bringing it. But I think just in general, this company is not bringing it to the expectation that Amazon has for it. And it's going to be like Comixology. Comixology made money. It just didn't make enough money. So they just rolled it into Kindle. And I think Twitch is going to be the same thing. I think they're going to be like, yeah, it's not turn a profit. And we got to turn a profit. And we could take all that money, all those resources, and put it into something else that actually turns a profit. They said over the last year, we've been working to build a more sustainable business. So Twitch will be here for the long run. And throughout the year, we have cut costs and made many decisions to be more efficient, the CEO said. Unfortunately, despite these efforts, it's become clear that our organization is still meaningfully larger than it needs to be given the size of our business.
Well, that's interesting. It's meaningfully larger given the size of our business, which means our business isn't too great and we have a lot of people.
Yes. Last year, we paid out over $1 billion to streamers. That's what people don't understand. Like the money that comes into Twitch, they talk about revenue, but it goes right out the back door. Like a lot of it. It's basically, it pays for hosting, it pays for their infrastructure, and then the rest of it goes back to the creators. So they're not keeping a lot of the money. You know? So,
what wasn't the 50-50 split though? So that means that they got to keep $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So they said, while the Twitch business remains strong, for some time now, the organization has been sized based upon where we optimistically expected our business to be in 3 or more years.
We had too many people.
Yep.
We hired too many people and we didn't grow as much as fast as we thought we should. And the venture capital ran out.
That's exactly it. I said, yeah, this is not consistent with where we're at today. As with many other companies in the tech space, we're now sizing our organization based upon the current scale of our business and conservative predictions of how we expect to grow in the future. That's bad. The news comes just 2 days after Unity announced it's laying off 25% of its employees in a company reset. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing this. So basically, again, back to a lot of what we have talked about on this channel, the venture capital ran out. The bills are coming due. And all these companies that kept hiring, thinking that there was no ceiling, there was no cap on how much money they were going to make, they're in for a very rude awakening. Again, we have a lot of people working at these companies. I'm not singling Twitch out because God knows they have a lot of activists over there, but we have a lot of people that showed up. They're like, yeah, I get paid 6 figures to just, take a bunch of coffee breaks and, get my sauna treatment and the whole, and now
that's what I was thinking of. I'm like, how much does that cost the company?
Yeah. And now you're going to have to
5-star
work.
chef,
5-star chef, massage. It's like, okay, so when do you actually work between
there's a
all
yoga
this stuff?
room if you need to go, have your meditation for an hour.
Bring my
work
dog
day.
to work.
Yes.
Play my video games
My
at work.
wine machine.
Yeah, right. I mean, so it's ending. This is all ending. Basically, the free ride's over. These companies have to turn a profit because they can't just go out to Silicon Valley Bank and take out another $500 million loan to bankroll things in the hopes that someday things will be better. And also, Twitch blew up during the pandemic. They, their watch time went through the roof during the pandemic because people didn't have anything else to do. And now they got other stuff to do. And you're competing with a bunch of other streaming services too. It's not just Twitch and YouTube. It's, Tubi and Netflix and Roku and Doodah and Poopy and all the other freaking stupid streaming services. They come up with these stupid names for streaming services. Watch
Doodah
Turd TV.
Poopy.
Yeah, but it's not going to be spelled like poop. It's going to be like Pupi, like something really like watch Poopy.
Or edgy.
For all the best content that couldn't find a home on any other platform. All the crap of the internet we just put on Poopy TV and you can watch it for free with ads. Even, so there's just too many. Yeah. And Twitch, like a lot of their big streamers left. This is not surprising. I'm surprised that people are surprised. But a lot of these companies are calling it a company reset. And they were talking about how they pulled out of South Korea. And that was last month. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. Because I guess in South Korea, like it was the biggest gaming streaming platform. And they're like, yeah, we're not making enough money to pay our bills. So that's not a good sign. This told me everything I need to know last year. It was like, yeah, Amazon's looking at this.
Yeah,
Amazon's looking at this and that whole nudity debacle and all that. They're looking at like, okay, how do we make money? Oh, people like tits.
Well, yeah.
They like
Sex
tits.
sells.
Tits sells. Speaking of which, let's talk about the tits. So Twitch revisited the guidelines to ban the implication of nudity. So not only can you not have nudity, now they're banning the implication of it.
Oh, like if you have your bare shoulders, like trying to make it look like you're naked, but you're not.
Something like that. Yeah, they said the latest change bars streamers from pretending to be fully or partially nude.
Because that one chick was doing it, but she was like, she actually hit return. She had clothes on, but she was naked. Yeah.
She had like pasties or something. It's like what they do with the movies when they have like an intimacy coordinator. They're like, hey, yeah, you guys are going to grind against each other, but we're just going to put some duct tape on his junk so it doesn't go too far. Yeah. But so the change comes several weeks after the company said creators could post properly labeled sexual content, only to flip-flop 2 days later. Now the new language added to the community guidelines in response to streamers implying they're nude by putting carefully placed objects like Austin Powers or censor bars. Now you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. They said that, they emphasize the importance of categorizing content correctly, including when streaming from near a pool, a beach, or a hot tub where the full coverage of the buttocks requirement is loosened. Wait, what? So you can stream from a hot tub
your buttocks is
with your ass hanging out. Twitch plans to eventually blur thumbnails for streams labeled as having sexual themes. While most streamers have labeled this content appropriately with the sexual themes label and are wearing clothing behind the object or outside the camera frame, for many users, the thumbnails of this content can be disruptive to their experience on Twitch. Yeah. Twitch says it will also update its settings to allow users to control the content they see based on how it's labeled. They didn't do that before.
I would have thought they would have, but okay. But they didn't have to then, I guess, because they weren't allowing any of it, I guess.
Apparently, yeah.
Twitch requires streamers to cover their buttocks, genitals, and for female presenting streamers, and nipples.
Nips and underbust. Visible outlines of genitals are also prohibited. So you can't do like Austin Powers where he's in the tent and it looks like his dick's out. You can't do that. Cleavage is fine as long as it's clear the streamer is clothed. But you may want to check back soon. The pace we're going, Twitch may have revised the policies again by next week.
Yeah, right?
They're freaking the hell out. They're like, okay, we know sex sells, but we can't put too much sex on the platform because the advertisers will complain and then we'll lose money. Oh my God, what do we do?
But you can have your buttocks loose near the pool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I don't even... They're done. Like, Twitch is done. It's it. This is it. It's game over. They're done. They're just dying by degrees at this point. And I think if you're on Twitch and that's your main platform, get the hell off as fast as possible. Find something else because I think this is going to implode or get sold or something. We're going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.